Each athlete then loads the support leg and explodes back with the same action in the opposite direction. The emphasis on this drill is on staying low and exploding laterally. And look at them move their arms. Again, you get outside your normal range of motion that you would have from just doing regular conditioning drills. Let's see it coming back. Really explode, kick out. Extend yourself. This is so good for your hips. Teaches good coordination.
Get as wide as you can.
Again, getting outside your normal area. If you want to increase the limits, break the limits of what your team normally does, you got to do things like this to get them physically past where they have been. That's how you're going to get better.
Get as wide as you can. Push it out.
Lateral bounds.
Get wide.
This drill also develops the muscle groups used in lateral movement. Each athlete picks up the right leg, or in this case the left leg, and bounds laterally, leading with that knee and landing on that left foot first. And the emphasis is on driving as far laterally as possible without overreaching with the lead foot. Keep balance. Don't just reach with the foot, drive it. And when you're doing this, keep your hips and your shoulders square, like you're facing the court right now. You do this on the sideline, have them face. Don't have them turn towards the baseline. They should be facing you. Have them look at you. That'll help keep them square. The defensive reaction drills are great. Here's how we coordinate it. The coach will use hand signals, and the players react by sliding laterally. This emphasizes quickness, reaction, and proper stance throughout the duration of the drill. A little bit of camaraderie there. See, the next group comes in.
Stay in your stance.
And when he points, they go, and then when he points back, they got to really rush back to that cone. And they're reacting to hand signals, just like you would have to react quickly to change the direction in a ball game. Really upbeat drill. A lot of hustle emphasis going on here. Kids like it. Now we're talking about reaction drills with the hip rotation. Again, the player reacts to the hand signals by rotating hips to the left and right. When you're doing this, though, maintain proper stance. Don't turn your shoulders. Do not turn your shoulders. What you're trying to do here is still look straight ahead, and you turn your hips. Kids are doing a really good job. Again, it's upbeat. There's a lot of enthusiasm during these drills.
Good job.
Now we vary it by using change of direction. Again, you're reacting to the hand signals by sprinting left, right, or even backpedaling.
Right there. Get back.
When the coach stops, the player has to stop.
Right there. Get back.
You bring your body under control. You sprint back to a starting point and wait for the next hand signal.
Get back.
This drill works on direction change, body control. Body control is very important, and speed.
Get back.
This is an excellent drill.
Get back.
Ready? Let's go.
This drill develops balance and footwork.
Outside each cone. Here we go.
Each athlete alternates running forward and sliding laterally around cones. The distances between the cones are varied. This is to force our athletes to adjust their footwork and balance as they complete the drill as fast as possible. Keep your shoulders and hips square. Drive laterally around the cone. And you can even time them. They can have a contest. You can actually split your team up here and do races. You're always thinking of ways of adding enthusiasm to your practice while also teaching skills. The other thing it does, it forces your athletes to concentrate. They're not just getting into physical condition,
Try to keep your
they're
head level, head
concentrating.
level, hip square,
There's
head level, hip
camaraderie
square,
that's
head level,
built
hip square.
during this drill. You can see the slapping of the hands. You know, guys are competing against one another. It's a race, but it's a race that needs to be done well, and it's a race that helps you develop this lateral quickness
Ready, go.
that's needed in our game. Look at our big guys here. You almost want your big guys to do this every day to help their foot movement.
Okay, look, quick, 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 quick. Right, let's go.
We now have the barbell. This drill
Square it off,
develops
square it
the
off, square it
ability
off.
to make the transition from sprint to defensive slide and back to sprint in a variety of directions. The athlete alternates sprinting and sliding
Around the corners.
around a series of cones, and they're actually in the
Square off
shape
the
of a
corners, all around
barbell.
the corners, square 'em off.
The emphasis here is on the transition between
Defensive
the
slide
sprint
quickly. Ready, go.
and slide, and vice versa. This drill will develop the transition from that sprinting to defensive slide that you use all the time, focusing the concentration on doing this around the cones. What you want to do also is you want to keep your shoulders square, okay? You're not turning. Make sure that you stay down in a stance. Split your team up, and again, this is a good way of having a contest. 7 guys at one end, 7 guys at another. You're doing this in the parapet. To build up enthusiasm in a practice, these are wonderful things to do.
Come on, get in the slide quickly.
Anytime you can work on skill and make it fun or a race, you're going to add to the quality of practice that you have.
Back again. Here we go. Ready, go. Get down quickly. Quick transition. Here we go.
Our next drill is full court defensive zigzag. How do you want to pressure the ball? Pick it up. Do you want to go full court, 3/4 court, half court, top of the key? How do you stay in front of somebody in a good defensive stance where you have the attention on that man? Good ball pressure. That's the start of any good defense. Over the years, I've had many National Defensive Players of the Year. Tommy Amaker, Steve Wojciechowski. They were as good as they could be, as anybody, in putting pressure on the ball. This drill will really help you.
Go.
Full court defensive zigzag is a drill that's been done for a long time. I can remember as a player doing this drill. It's really one of the staples of, good defensive play. Basically we're looking at form here. It's a good warm-up drill when you're first starting practice, just to get your kids accustomed after stretching to be in a good defensive stance. You got your whole team going throughout the whole court, staying down in a stance. What I have our guys doing during this time, they're talking to one another. Stay down, stay down. So you're helping with your communication. Get them to talk. You're okay, you're okay. Stay on top, stay on top. I got help for you. Have them say the things that you want to be said when you actually put your defense together. While they're in a defensive stance, it's a good time to teach them the things that they have to say when they're in a stance. So don't just look at it as, oh, we're going to do this stance drill. Look at it as, hey, this is a building block of what we're going to do in our defensive system. And again, we like to use this at the start of a practice to warm up, or start of an individual workout where you might be working with 2 or 3 kids, just to get your legs in shape. You keep doing those full court zigzag drills and you're going to know how to stay down in a defensive stance. Those were drills without the ball. Now let's take a look at some practice footage where we do zigzag with the ball. Stay in front of the man. That's it, good. Concentrate, concentrate. Good job, good job. Keep your hands off. Keep your hands off. Play with your feet. Play with your feet. That's it. Good job, Patrick. That's it, Sean. 2 trips, yeah. Good job, JJ. That's it, Lee. In our defensive system, contesting or denial is huge. Now, we're doing all these drills without the ball, but we're trying to simulate here what a coach has with the ball. But you can still simulate your defensive drills. We'll walk you through it right now. First of all, you deny. Fake trap. Okay? You don't. Then you're in a stance when your man gets the ball. Now he goes inside. A guard will front the man inside, post defense. Now the offensive man goes to the help side. You come over, help and recover. Now you have to deny the flash pivot. Then you have to come back. Then you have to come and try to get that skip pass. That can also be a closeout. And you can do this at a number of buckets. You know, instead of having your team wait and you have 10 guys in line, you can even have your managers or have a player take the place of a coach and have your players. If you have 4 buckets, you have 3 players at each bucket. Everybody is doing something. Everybody is doing something. This is an excellent way of simulating what you're going to be doing once you start your regular practice. There's no contact, no injury, but the kids are rehearsing. That's what they're doing. And they're staying in a stance the whole time. This is a new drill that we've started to use called Help and Recover, where we challenge the shooter, and it's a progression drill. The players are working on help and recover defense and attacking the ball handler. The drill works through a progression, moving players to different areas of the court, reacting to the coach's direction. The coach will point to a cone, and then he closes out to that man, okay? And then he sprints to half court. It's a help and recover. Your teammate's in trouble, react to him out on the perimeter, put pressure, and then we go down to the other end of the court. In this drill, we're putting them through movements that they're going to see in our regular half-court defense. Instead of just doing zigzag and contesting, these help and recover type of drills are outstanding in trying to give the kids the full system of defense. Get them to do all of their movements. React to the cone. You see where the coach points? That player has to close out, comes back to the middle, closes out again, sprints to half court. Now let's look at the same drill, but now you're coming down in transition. We're still helping and recover. We're coming down in transition. Oh, there's a guy open on the side. Come and get him. Guy open up on top. Close out to him. Sprint in a stance and close out. Close out and then again sprint back to half court. Okay, you're coming back in transition defense, and all of a sudden there's a shooter on the perimeter that you have to get to. This is such a good drill. It simulates what our kids have to do in the transition defense aspect of our game. You may not have a specific man now because of how teams come down on you, but you have to challenge shooters.
Good, good, good.
Right in the middle, come over, come back,
Right there.
challenge a shooter, and then back to half court. So we've taken it from the baseline, and now we're taking it from half court.
Good.
Help and recover, challenge shooters, and just progress. And again, you can still split this up on two ends of the court too, if you want to get more of your kids involved, and two coaches can be working on it.
Good, good, good. Right there. Good, right there. Good, good, good.
All right, in this drill, we're going to attack the shooter and then box him out. What we want to do is challenge the shooter, and then after the shot, again, there's no ball used, we crash the boards.